Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play of Darkest Dungeon. I am Nerdstalgic, and in our last episode we basically just watched the cinematic intro and kind of familiarized ourselves with the game. Even though I have played the game before, it's been a really long time, so I'm just kind of taking it slow and enjoying the game again for what it was, or what it is. It's not like it's deceased or something, although we might be shortly. Anyways, so getting back to business, I would say first before I get started, I did find out in the last video that you can rename the characters now, which is really neat. So if you want to indulge yourself or treat yourself to a life of glory, yes, a life of glory, feel free to leave your name in the comment section under the video, and I will get you into the party. So, I think we need to grow our party a little bit. It's generally not a good idea to go out without a full party of 4. I can see we have some exclamation points here, so maybe we need to go check those out, huh? So let's just stop by the stagecoach first. Pew! Here we go. Stagecoach is your hero lifeblood. You'll need to recruit these 2 heroes to fill out a party of 4. Drag and drop them into your roster. While you're here, spend some of your starting resources on upgrading the Stagecoach network. This will increase the number of heroes available here in the future. To upgrade, click the plus symbol on the left, then click the upgrade. So right now, we don't really have any choice. We have to take both of these people here. So we have Rathgaber, the Seeker Plague Doctor, and Monceau, the Seeker Vestal. And then the game wants us to click on that so we can upgrade it. It says upgrading the Stagecoach increases the available heroes for hire each week or increases your roster size. Okay, so I think this is new. I feel like you guys are going to be hearing me say that a lot. Oh, I think this is new. But it's true, you know. Like, there are things that were in the game whenever I first played it, because like when they released it to the Kickstarters, I like jumped on this game because I was so freaking hyped for it, you know. Like the art, everything, it just spoke to me. So I like backed it like so fast that just my head spun when I saw it. And then when they released it to us, I got right on it. And so I'm seeing a lot of new things that make me really happy because, yeah. I never liked the fact that you could only have so many heroes. So, yeah. But I think it's a good idea to bump this up. So let's, it says Stagecoach Network. So then what this does is basically it makes it to where each week, I guess that instead of just having 2 people to choose from, you have 3. What this does is it makes it to where we can have more people on our roster. Right now we can only have 9. If we took this, we'd have 12. So, but each one of these upgrades costs a resource. You can see here are resources down here. There are 4 different kinds: busts, portraits, deeds, and crests. So each one of these is going to take 3 of the deeds and 3 of the crests. How do you get these? Well, I'm glad you asked. You get these through doing quests. So, anyways. So I guess we'll bump up Stagecoach Network. And you can see it's 10% upgraded. So these are all the upgrades you can actually put into it. I don't think we need to do this just yet. Because, I mean, as you can see, we're not really butting up against it. So, no point. Let's check out our new characters. So we have this Plague Doctor. Now, back when I played it, Plague Doctors weren't that great. You know, some classes were better than others. Also depends on your playstyle. But for my playstyle, Plague Doctors weren't that great. So what we can see here is it comes with some quirks, quick reflexes. So he or she, I think it's actually a female. Quick reflexes, so a little faster but sickly. So more easily becomes diseased and nervous, so takes additional 10% stress damage. That sucks. You can remove these negative quirks through the Abbey, I think, but let's look at some outfits here. I kind of like that one. Okay, so with the skills, now whenever you recruit, now I'm not sure if the first 2 characters, I think they're always going to be the same, But when you recruit characters, they have different skills. It's not like they all Plague Doctors come with these 4 skills. They can come with completely different skill sets. So this Plague Doctor, you can see, is more of a backline fighter. Range, you know. And then preferred target, it can hit anywhere, but mainly just these 3 spots. So we've got Noxious Blast, which can only hit the first 2 people. Doesn't do much damage. Has a little bit of additional crit, but what it does is it blights. So it's more of like a damage over time. It's a dot, basically. Which you'd kind of expect. You expect this, since it's a Plague Doctor, to be all diseasey and stuff, you know. Plague Grenade is kind of like the opposite. It hits both of the back 2 people. Does not do much damage, but again, blights. So Emboldening Vapors is a buff that you can use on one target to give them additional damage and speed, which is pretty good. And Disorienting Blast, you can hit anything except for the front row, and it doesn't do any damage, but it's highly accurate. It will clear corpses. So like when you kill something, it doesn't just disappear. It actually falls down on the ground and takes up a slot. You got to clear the corpse. I think you can play without corpses on, and it makes the game easier, but might as well just leave it on. And it shuffles. So what that means is it moves the target around, which can be very, very helpful if you know what you're doing, which I don't. Not too much, really. And then it's got a stun. So, and of course the Plague Doctor's got some camping skills. You're probably not going to see too many camping skills being used at first, because most of the first quests that we're going to do are going to be short in nature. So Quirk's Manslayer. Woohoo! So extra good against humans. Healer's Gift, so even more healing while camping. Sitiomania, obsessed with food. Maybe eats more. And Thanatophobia. If the hit points are below 50%, she takes even more stress damage. Ugh. So we've got Mace Bash, although I don't ever plan on probably running the Vestal in the first 2 spots. Judgment, which is it's a ranged attack that actually will also heal her for 3, which I like that. I like this a lot too. It's a ranged stun that also buffs your torch, and then a heal. Vestal is one of my favorite classes in the game. I enjoy the different skills that the Vestals have. So there's a party heal too that we don't have. Illumination, that's not new, but I think that dodge thing is. And then Hand of Light. I don't know if I've seen that before. Alright, so now we have our full party. What are these? Sort by level, stress. Nice. Nice, okay. Alright, well, let's go to our ancestors' memoirs. In time, you'll know the tragic extent of my failings. Oh, so we can... Nice, okay. So it's kind of like telling us what we need to do here, huh? So we need to do this, and then we need to do this. Brigand 8-pounder, yada, yada, yada. I know I've beaten the Necromancer before. I've beaten the Wizard. See, they've changed this all up. I fought the Swine Prince before. It's pretty rough. But like this and this and this was not in the game. I'm really excited to see this with you guys. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Graveyard. Yeah. I think we know what this is, right? Oh, we can also click here. Oh, so these are all locked, it looks like, until we go on our first quest, maybe? Yeah, complete more quests to unlock. 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 Okay, well, what do we got down here? What's this? Okay, so it's like a glossary. It's neat. Don't have anything in our inventory. Oh, yeah. How do I get my... I'm supposed to be able to call my trinket to me. I made a trinket. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can figure this out. How to call darkest dungeon trinket. Okay. What's this say here? Trinkets. Trinkets. Ancestor trinkets. I'm trying to figure out. You're supposed to be able to get the trinket that you made. I submitted a trinket, and they said it would be done, but by this Friday. But I don't know. Let me. I'm sorry about this, guys, but it's I just want to see if I can get this trinket. I wanted to show it to you guys. So. Alright, let me go to my Kickstarter real quick. See if I've got any massages there. Is it saying anything about the trinkets? Aha, here we go. To claim an item called the Crest of the 1100. To obtain the trinket, enter the hamlet. Now, okay, I'm in the hamlet. Open trinket inventory. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Press enter. Enter. Oh! Type Crest of the 1100. Press enter again. Crest. I didn't make this one. Crest of the 1100. Call trinket. Boom. Okay. So because I was a Kickstarter, I got that. But I have another one that I made. It's called the Exiles Tears. Invalid trinket. What? 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 Well, they said it would be in. Oh well. That's okay. I still got this cool one here. Plus 25% virtue chance. I don't even know what that is. And the minus distress damage is pretty good. Why don't we give that to... I'm going to give that to her. I generally like to keep my healers pretty hooked up in this game, so... Okay, well, so that's done. I'm sorry about that. I really was hoping that that would be in there. Okay, well, let's embark, right? Okay, so here we can see the estate map. You can see the different areas in the game. So you've got different areas, and each different area is good for farming something different. So, like, you can see the Warrens is good for farming up portraits, and Ruins is good for busts. This is good for what? Crests? Crests, and then deeds. And then the Darkest Dungeon is like where apparently you go to die. And you can see different kinds of quests here. So we only have... And we only have 2 quests available to us right now. We've got a scout quest here in the Ruins, it looks like. It says, test yourself in the mad realm of your fallen ancestor. Take note of how the creatures have taken over, but don't delve too far. So we can see, because it doesn't involve camping, it says ×0. If it did involve camping, that would be ×1. So that one does involve camping. So, anyways, it's short, so it's just, it doesn't take very long. It's appropriate for level 1, whereas this one is not. It's level 6. So, goals, explore 90% of the room. So, to consider this quest successfully completed, all we have to do is explore 90% of the rooms. And if we do that, we will get 3,000 gold, 4 crests, and a bleed stone, which is a common trinket. Additional bleed skill chance, -1 speed. So let's do it to it, right? So we have to drag our party members down, so we're just going to do that. We're going to use this order, I think. The usual suspects. Actually, let me look at something. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Okay. Alright. We rename them. Boom. Alright, let's do it. Provision for the journey. You want to take different supplies depending on what region you're going to, how long the quest is, and your own preferences. But always bring some food and torches. For your first short quest, try bringing at least 8 food and 4 torches. So that's what we'll do. We'll bring 8 and 4 torches. You can see that we have holy water, used to purge evil and restore purity. Can also be applied to a hero to increase resistances, and anti-venom, used to counter blights, poisons, and toxins. So we will take, what did it say? 8 food, 4 torches. So we'll take 8 food, 4 torches. The rest of this we're not going to mess with. I mean, keys can be good. All this stuff can be good. However, we're just going to follow, you know, the prompts here for this. It's kind of a balancing act. Like, the more of this stuff that you take, the potentially it's going to make your quests easier. But you got to weigh that against the gold. You need the gold, you know, to get rid of quirks, bad quirks, and stuff like that. Alright, the hero panel. Right-click on a hero's image or portrait at any time to bring up a detailed panel showing all the hero's quirks, skills, and resistances. So you can see we're in this room right here, and we're going to move to that room. This is the only way we can go. So we're just going to move right along here. I'm sure we'll get into some combat. Here we've got a torch that we can light. So, or we can salvage it. So we take it, now we have 5 torches. So you can see right now we have Radiant Light, plus to scouting, monster surprised, but yeah, I generally like to keep my torch pretty well lit because I don't like the stress. So, and I don't like getting surprise attacked by monsters. So, hey, we surprised them. Pretty easy fight looks like. We've got 2 bone rabble here, 8 hit points each. So, looks like our Plague Doctor's first here, right? So what do we want to do here? I don't really want to shift them around. We could do a Noxious Blast to blight them. Yeah, that'll probably hit them pretty good. I don't think we need to buff ourselves. Alright, let's go with the back. So you can see it didn't do hardly any damage on the front end, but on the back end is where it really shines. Well, this one's kind of useless because, as you can see, they have really high bleed resistance because, well, they're skeletons, duh. So, not really worth doing. We could Grape Shot. We could also just Pistol Shot. Let's just Grape Shot it. Nice. Nice. Alright, Vestal. So, we can't Mace Bash because we're not in the front 2 spots. But what we can do is we can do this. The reason I like this is because it's something that you can do when you don't need to heal and you don't need to do damage. Like right now, we're not really in any kind of trouble. There's not really any kind of threat. So it's a way for you to be able to save torches. Save using torches. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to use Dazzling Light on probably... Let's use it on the front one. And it's got a pretty good chance to stun, and it'll flare up our torch. Wow. So it went up to 76 now, and then we're gonna do well. We could do Smite, which would do good damage on these guys because they're unholy. But I like the Zealous Accusation because it hits both of them. Boom. Boom. I like AoE stuff that hits a lot of things. Especially if it's got a high accuracy. If it doesn't have a high accuracy, it really pisses me off, though. Of course, we're going to loot the strongbox. Yay. Fortune smirks at last. Some bus, citrine, and a shovel. Okay. Alright, so we're scouting. We can kind of see there's going to be a battle here and an obstacle. Alright, so let's go here. We know there's going to be a battle. Okay, so we can use a shovel to get this out of the way. I think we will. If you did it by hand, you would take some damage, I believe. Alright, let's flare our torch up. Keep it pretty high up here. I like the torch system because it's a risk versus reward. It's a way for a player to make the game potentially harder. But you know, if you don't want to make the game harder, you don't have to. So we've got a bone soldier, bone rabble, and cultist acolyte. So unholy, and a human. All right, why don't we? Let's see if we can stun her. If I remember correctly, they were kind of... I didn't like them very much when I originally played it. I really am a big fan of stun locking, but I know it's kind of boring for people, so... Alright, we're gonna stun you. Didn't do any damage, but we did get the stun off. And now, this looks like a pretty good place for a grape shot blast, right? Yep. Uh-oh. Buffs. Oh! Okay. So, they took... It looks like the rounds after a stun, they get an increase to stun resistance. So you can't just, like, basically game the system. Alright, I'm down with that. Well played. We got 6 and 9. Nice. Corpses. When most monsters die, they leave corpses. Corpses act as temporary obstacles and will eventually go away on their own. You can attack corpses to destroy them faster, but often a better approach is to use ranged skills, push-pull skills, and even corpse-clearing special skills that some heroes possess. Monsters killed with bleed, blight, or crits leave no corpses at all. That's really cool. So you can see we got a corpse here with 7 hit points. Alright. So what do we want to do here? We could Grape Shot Blast again. We could. She's got only 4 hit points. He's only at 3 hit points, though. I say we probably just... that would kill either one of those. Do the tracking shot. I feel like she's probably more dangerous than he is, but we could definitely kill him. Bump in the night. I like to go for the confirmed kills, so that's what I went for. Now we could use the disorienting blast here. Well, why don't we do it? Let's just do it. Do we have to use it on the corpse though? I don't know. Yeah, let's just blight her. Yeah, get blighted. And then she took the blight damage on her round, so she died. Golden crests. Golden crests. Alright. Well, that worked out pretty well. Let's go to the next room here. So now we have to make a choice. There's a room battle here with some treasure, and then here is room battle with a curio. There's a curio here and a curio here. I normally like to go for the treasure, so let's go this direction. Uh-oh. You got some stress there because the light can randomly get some stress. Okay. Loot. Okay, key and some gold. And then we're going to have a battle in there. The light is fading. The current torch level greatly affects many mechanics in the game. The darker it gets, the harder things get, but the better the rewards. Right-click on a torch in the inventory to boost the light back up, which I'd already done. So it's at 47. You crit more, you get better loot, but you get more stress. You get surprised more often. They get greater accuracy and damage. So, yeah, I generally like to keep it a little bit better lit than that. So, that's 72's fine. All right. Yeah, we did surprise them. That's good. So this time we have a soldier, an acolyte, and a brawler. These brawlers can crit like motherfuckers, if I remember correctly. Let's, you know, I still think that stunning, like right off the bat, is kind of the way to go. So why don't we put a stun on her? Oh, she got shuffled all the way to the front too. Nice. Nice, nice. Alright, let's stun you. Although, that may have been unnecessary because, if I remember correctly, I don't think he can do anything unless he's in the front row. And grape shot. See? Missed. Boom. Bad, 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 bad. That's why I didn't like grape shot, but I was kind of doing it because, well, you know. You know, that may have been stupid to stun them because we had the surprise round anyways. Yeah, it was probably dumb. You guys were probably like, what is he doing? He just told himself not to do that before. Let's, what do you got, 18? Let's put a little heal on you. Ooh, crit. Crit City. Yeah, probably dumb. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna stun you and shuffle you way back there. Yeah, so that doesn't hit very hard, but it does a lot of stress damage. Oh, he can't. Okay, so he can do that. He can. Oh, she resisted it. They're not unholy, though. Try to put a stun on you. There we go. I like to keep some stuns, you know, because that extra damage it adds up over time. Ooh, he resisted both. That was just a big whiff. Whiff City. She's probably gonna die, yeah, from that bleed next round. So let's focus on... Let's smite you. Yeah, that's the skill that crits. And whenever you take a crit, everybody else gets stressed too. It really sucks to take crits in this game. Well, I suppose we'll do some healing. Let's heal you. Foist. And So you're gonna bleed for 2 damage, and you're at 2 hit points. Let's just go ahead and kill you. Oh yeah, you're outmatched. Sweet stress relief. And so because we crit him, he didn't leave a corpse. Let's go ahead and see if we can stun him. Damn. All right, we'll do a little bit another heal. Since damage carries over as you explore, it's pretty important to, even though we're not in any danger for this encounter, it's pretty important that we continue to heal. In fact, something that I've done quite a bit before would be to just kind of drag out a fight just to get some extra heals whenever you can control a mob like this. So like I would stun, but she resisted. He's resisted a lot of stuns, and his base resist is not that high. Just getting unlucky. And what I would have done is like, okay, so we stun this guy, but then we basically skip our turn until we heal again. But with the way that stuns work now, I don't think that's a viable strat anymore. Noxious Blast. Okay. How many more rounds you got there? 1 more round? Wait, 3 more rounds. Wow. Alright, let's open up a vein. Even though he has no veins, let's open one. Onyx, gold, and 2 busts. And a chest. It's trapped. But he resisted it, good. So, it might have been better to go the other direction. Well, we don't know what's here. We didn't get a scout off on it. But we're going to move there anyways. Yeah, it's still bleeding. It doesn't just go away. There are bandages. We don't have any right now, but if we had bandages, we could bandage him up. Let's go ahead and use a torch. Oh, man. Trap. The game can be pretty brutal. Sometimes you can see the traps, though. So we're going to have to start off probably our next fight. Trying to lay a heal on him. I mean, we could, like, eat food. We could eat some food, but not really any point since it's a really short... It's just a short mission. Alright. What do we got here? Nice food. Now, whenever a mission is over, I don't think this food carries over. At least, I don't think it used to. So, like, if we eat that, yeah, you gain 2 hit points back. We have an excess of food. Let's eat some food. Get him back up. Okay. Let's go ahead and torch it up. We're almost out of torches, huh? Oh, okay, so now hunger. So we can eat 4 food, regain 5% health. We can eat nothing, but we take 20% damage plus stress damage. So it's always better to eat. There we go. Even though I just fed the other guy. Our last torch. Oh no. Okay, so we did get a scout off there. What's that? A trap? Obstacle. Okay. So once we finish this room up here, we will be done with this. What's the obstacle? Well, we don't have a shovel, so we're gonna have to clear it by hand. Yeah, so you can see we lost some health, took some stress damage, and look how look at our light now. Oh boy, should be fun. Oh yeah. So they went first. We didn't get a surprise round off on them. So we got an Arbalest, Bone Courtier, who is really annoying with that Tempting Goblet. He just can lay so much stress damage on you. So we need to try to get him out. Like, we need to get rid of him. Wow, look at the stress damage on this character.